What's going on, guys? We're back with another edition of the replay analysis. I was about to say solo Gibbs, which doesn't make any sense. We got target practice here. He says he's prospect 1 or division 1. I can't remember if that's good or bad. Is one higher or 5? I think 1 is the lowest. So that's where he's chilling, which is perfectly fine. This is a rank 3v3 game that he was playing. And we're going to have a lot to talk about, but before we even get started, he did this through actually the coaching tier on patreon.com/Gibbs00. So I'll be coaching him a little bit later on in the month. And you can look at those tiers, also the replay tiers. That's all on patreon.com/Gibbs00. If you want to support me, that'd be great. If not, it's perfectly fine. Enjoy the videos, enjoy whatever. We good. Anyway, let's get right into the replay. This one is going to be a little bit about passiveness and what you should do to improve and all that. So passiveness is fine, especially like around this level. Like, that's a good save. He throws it to the corner, but I can tell already he's very cautious when he's going for hits. And again, see, he takes his time and gets hit. They do get the clear. He's not using flips really to gain speed, but he's probably just letting his teammate go for that ball. He does move up here to the other side of the field. Tries to make a play. He's just a little slow on all these hits. The DeLorean choice, though, top notch. Love it. Let's see what he does here. Here he's just up on the wall. What you can do to get back really quickly when you're on a wall like this is if you jump and side flip off, you'll be heading towards the direction of your net, and you'll be able to rotate a lot quicker. It's better off to not hang on the walls because it's a lot more distance that you have to like recover from when getting back on the rotation. So you should jump, side flip off, like get back to that middle of the field so you can be more involved in the play. Here he grabs boost and he's waiting out the D. Right here, though, it's a fast break for Fire Robot. It's not like necessarily going to be a goal or anything, but at this point, you should move out of the net, start moving up towards that midfield, just in case you're needed. Here he slowly moves up when the other team has the ball, which is still good to be around this area, not necessarily in the net. But he should move up a little bit more, be at that midfield, kind of where Fire Robot is, maybe a little bit behind him, just so you're next in line for the ball. In case there's like a ball that squeezes out towards you, you can then make a good defensive clear back into their zone. And that's what you want to do, like instead of letting shots come on your net. Let's see here. Ball goes up. He takes a little bit of time. So this ball is really close to the wall. So you're not like necessarily going to score this, but you can do a really good pass off of it. Instead, he goes up after air light is already up. He tries to fly to it. Then he decides to not boost because air light's up, I'm pretty sure, which is a smart idea. Just try and get back down on the ground as soon as possible. Here's a fine clear. He looks like he wanted to clear it up, and then his teammate just bumped it back a little bit too far right there. I can't tell if he even hit it, but it's still fine. He throws it in the corner. He sets up a net. Again, perfectly fine, especially around Prospect 1. There's going to be a lot of ball chasers. So I do like being in net. The only problem with playing in net so much is you're going to get a lot less ball touches. And that's fine in a game if you're trying to win. But the problem is if you're trying to improve, you want to get a lot of ball touches. Like this hit is a great clear. He waits for the bounce. Like ball's coming in slow. He takes his time. Like he's not trying to panic. He just boosts to gain speed. And then right before the ball hits the ground, or right after the ball hits the ground, he pops this right on out. Like right there, the ball hits the ground, then he gets a touch. Like if he was a split second sooner, that ball's on the ground, it's still going to be in open space. But great clear. Like this is what you want to do, especially against prospects, because you're going to get like high clears will go over their head every single time. It's great clear here. Problem is right here, he tries to rush it maybe a little too hard. Let's actually go back a little bit here. I want to see his boost control afterwards. So he boosts there. He lands, he boosts. Right here, he's supersonic, and I just want to see how long he boosts while he's supersonic. Oh, never mind. Okay, he stops right away. So that's a tip in case like some players don't know. When you hit supersonic, you can't go faster, so you should stop boosting immediately. One thing I do all the time, which I shouldn't, is I still flip a lot while I am supersonic, which makes absolutely no sense. So just be aware of that. While you're turning, though, you could slow down, so it's always good to like feather a boost again to try and get back up to speed, because there's actually a range of speeds in supersonic. It's small, but oh, excuse me. It's very small, but there is actually a range of speeds in supersonic. So even if you're going supersonic, you might not necessarily be going the max speed just yet. It's very small range, but that I would just like feather the boost, like one little tap, and you'll be back up to top speed if you're going for turns. Here, he kind of rushes it, and then he kind of goes to the left of the ball at first, which makes this play a lot harder. What you want to do is kind of curve around, kind of where that boost pad is, which would be that way. My webcam is mirrored. But, so you would want to curve around and grab that boost pad, and then you have a really good angle on a shot. Instead, he goes head-on with this ball, which makes it a lot harder of an angle. And he doesn't get the shot here because he was also on the left side of the ball for a while. Here he tries to make up for it. It looked like he was trying for a shot, but of course that shot is way more difficult than if he just curved around the ball and hit it head on. It turns into actually a pretty good pass, though. No one's there to finish up, which happens. Not a huge deal there. It's a good rotation back, though. Like, after he makes his offensive attempt, I like that he rotates back. Just throughout this game, he's playing maybe a little bit too passive in net. He should be hugging. So when someone's coming up the wall like this, you should, like, be around mid, like, in goal, but you should be facing that inside corner, which he kind of is, but I wouldn't back up this far because you really want to guard that inside corner. Like, you don't want him to squeeze it out through the inside corner and then either himself make a play or his teammate come in to steal a goal. You really want to guard those inside corners when the ball's on your wall. Like here again, he should be going closer to the inside wall. See, here was a prime example of it. This could have been a goal by the other team. They just get there a little bit too late, but if he's guarding that inside corner, then they have no shot whatsoever. He lets this ball come out to the mid, which is actually a poor play. And, like, it could just be because of his passiveness. Like, he's not too confident in the air. So here, he should be already driving towards that inside corner and just meet that ball before it even goes across the goal mouth. Instead, the ball comes out. Both players are not there, though, just barely. He still makes a good save with the jump boost, but it was a little dangerous. He almost got dunked on. Really, really close. You're much better off just trying to guard that inside corner when you can. But it works out in the end. Here again, he backs up like really deep in net, which right now you don't really need to. I would just sit like on goal line generally. Here's another good clear. It turns into like a pinch clear with his teammate. He challenges here. I would get up in the air quicker though, because Lemmy almost threw this off the top of his head. So this is why you don't want to be too passive in net. This is like a really good example of it. If he's like on goal line, he sees his first touch, he can immediately drive up and contest the second shot. And then there would basically be no shot on net. Instead, he lets Lemmy get that second touch, or about to. Luckily, Lemmy misses, and his teammate helps him pinch it. And then again here, it's a good clear. Again, though, he's going head on. Like this time, he actually does go a little bit left and tries to line it up. But again, he's like head on to the ball. And it's a lot harder to shoot a diagonal shot than it is to just hit a head-on shot. Like, if he would have rotated a little bit more to the side, he could have lined up his angles maybe a little bit better. This is a really bad spin right here, which I'm surprised because he's very passive usually. But here they both miss, and then the orange player wins it, which is strange because the blue guy missed, and then he spun around. Maybe he thought Lemmy was also going to miss. But he makes up for it. He gets back. He's just hovering around net. I would turn around as soon as he can. Okay, good. He backs him to net. Like, this is what I like to see, though. He backs up to net and faces forward. A lot of players will continually slowly drive backwards and then try and make a play backwards. But a ton of players are really bad playing backwards. So, much better off here to just go to the goal line, spin around, and get ready for something. All right, good clear by his teammates. This time he's moving up like with his team, which I like. He's that third man in rotation. Fire Robot gets the shot in. He just throws it off the wall, which is a good play. And he's just very patient, waits for the ball. A good shot location too. He shoots it away from the goal. So solid play there. All right, moving on. Face off, that's fine. He sees one go, so he didn't want to go too. Like I can tell his aerial game is just like a little bit off. Like. He's very, very cautious when going in there, which, again, perfectly fine if you're not that great at aerials. The best place to practice that, aerial training for super high ones, to just get used to flying in general. And then, like, you can work on it more after that. Maybe Rocket League Trainer, there's a lot of easier shots in there. Stuff like that. Slowly work up to the harder shots. Okay, he gets back to net. So this is actually a good play from him. I was worried he might sit in net while his other guy rotated behind him, but he does pull out to make it to be that second in rotation, and that's really what it's all about. Like, there's 3 spots in 3v3. Like I always call it the third man on rotation or the first man or second man. It's just like, all right, so this guy's going for the ball. He's first man. Then there's a backup guy like as a second, and then there's that third like a defensive guy that's waiting for the hits. It's basically just the shot order that you have. And first guy can take the most risks. Second guy is usually the setup guy for the third guy. Third guy is that one that can take the least risks and has to be able to shoot it properly either on net or shoot it into open space while the first guy rotates back around. And then like the first guy's that third man. And it's just a constant rotation. So like even though you are the third man, you slowly become the first or second through rotations. As we continue here, he's chilling in net, which, like, again, at Prospect 1 isn't that bad of an idea. You'll probably win more games that way. But the problem is you get a lot less ball touches, which means you'll probably improve a lot slower than these guys that are just running around ball chasing a bit. Like, sometimes it's good to ball chase, try and get as many ball touches as you can, just to get used to playing with the ball more. Here, all three from Orange go for it. There's a fast break opportunity for them. And he's playing passive, which is fine, but I would move up a little bit more here because you see how Roncor was to the left? He was going for the backup play on the left. Once you see that, he should move up. So right here, there's two guys on the left. He should be pushing hard towards the middle because, like, if one of these guys gets the touch, he'll be in the middle, which would be that way, I guess. Reverse cams, I'm sorry. So, yeah, he should be pushing really hard for the middle pass since Roncor is backing up. See, right there, Roncor breaks. So now he's that backup man. He's that third man on this play. And a target should be moving up to the second spot. But he doesn't. And they go for the pass. Sorry, I got distracted there. Yeah, they go for the pass. The pass wasn't great. Roncor does eventually get over there, which is fine, but that's why you want to move up to that second man here or there. Again, though, at Prospect 1s, people are going to ball chase, so you're probably better off being passive. But, you know, have some fun, too, you know? Have someone going out on offense. Have a good time. Right here, okay. So this is why he has to be careful about being too passive. This is a perfect example. Right there, when Airlight hits that ball, he should push really, really hard. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not this hit. This next hit coming up. Right here, like on this challenge. Lemmy hits it. He continues to back up, which shouldn't always back up. You should be ready to go. Right here, he could have charged this, made the first play on this ball. Instead, Lemmy plus Keen have a pretty good chance here. Like, again, Lemmy just barely misses. And Target makes the play. I'm losing all my stuff. There we go. All right, yeah. So Target makes the play, which works out. But again, just be a little bit more like aggressive on the ball. Like this game worked out for them. Wasn't too many hard shots, but there was some mistakes on the defensive side as well as trying to move up. You got to be able to try and be a little bit more like aggressive so they don't get that second touch for the better shot. You always want them to have a worse shot. So like make them shoot from midfield and be like, I don't think I'll have a chance for 2 touches here because he's going to push out on me if I try that. But overall, I mean, he just seemed cautious, like, on the ball for the most part, which makes sense. Like, when you're, like, around this level, like, you're not going to be as confident going for the ball. But that's also why sometimes it's good to ball chase a bit, just to, like, get those skills up. Like, you don't have anywhere to go but up from here, so why not, like, maybe be a little bit more aggressive, try and get some extra ball touches. Of course, it's good to be passive to get wins, and if you're planning on just climbing, go for it. But I would try and get into, like, bot games and stuff and just, like, purposely, like, play aggressive. Just keep playing with the ball over and over again. Like, get used to how the car feels and all that. And that'll really, really help. And then, of course, there's the trainings, like aerial training and stuff. Like, that can be really helpful for the aerials. But car selection I love. And, yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of the replay analysis. Thank you, Target Practice. Thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you guys next time. Later.